Hey, what's going on, everyone? Max Wild here with another episode of Theory Thursdays for you. I'm really happy to be here. My weekly show every Thursday talking about music theory for electronic music producers, dissecting different techniques that we can use to apply to our productions to improve our productions and really use the knowledge of how music works to kind of get ideas out quicker and yeah, just speed up our workflow, hopefully create better music. So today's stream is going to be about the pentatonic scale. Um, and the pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, which is, there's a major pentatonic and there's a minor pentatonic. We're going to talk about both. Also, before we get into that, for those of you that are new on the stream, this is 343 TV. We stream every day at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. European time. And Thursdays is my show about theory. Mondays is tips and tricks with dolltr. Tuesdays is the TAETRO show, where our creative director TAETRO interviews different people from the artists and industry people about, it might be it's a different artist every week, so just different stuff. Wednesdays is Hybrid Home Studio with Justin Beck. Thursdays is myself. Tomorrow will be Abe Duque talking about production basics. It's a great show if you're just new to production. And then Saturdays we have John Selway with Techno Saturdays, which is always a fun one to watch. The first Sunday of the month we have feedback sessions. If you want to submit your song and play it and get feedback on it, and that's with Metropolis. And on the 25th of this month we have a special show for you, which is going to be Mixing Monthly with Ariel Burujo. That's coming up in about 10 days. So yeah, a lot of content for you guys to kind of tune into. Also, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell key right below, where you'll be notified when we go live. Finally, we have giveaways. So every week we do a different giveaway. This week's giveaway is a $200 gift voucher by Ableton on the Ableton website. So you can apply that to anything. That could be a Ableton Live license, a push, sample packs, anything you want. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, it's Nathan Kelly. How's it going, Nathan? Nice to see you. TWD, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, also those of you that don't know who or what 343 is, we're a music production school based in New York, Berlin, and online. We've got plenty of courses in music production from Ableton Live, Logic Pro, mixing and mastering, vocal production, composition and arrangement, synthesis, and all that good stuff. So check out our website at 343labs.com for the online and New York classes, and then 343labs.de for the German classes. All right. TWD is asking a question. Pentatonic was one of the bits that I learned on guitar before learning on keyboard. So it's the rare time I visualize better on the fretboard. Nice. Yeah, the pentatonic is definitely, pentatonic scale is definitely a scale that's used a lot on guitars, basses. I'm not a guitar player myself, but you always hear guitarists playing that scale. I guess TWD, is that just an easy kind of kind of fingering on the guitar to kind of play the pentatonic. I assume it is. But yeah, just going back to the pentatonic scale. So as the name suggests, it's 5 notes. Okay, 5 notes. It's an ancient scale which is used in many different cultures, from African cultures, Asian cultures, North American cultures, South American cultures, really everywhere. You find it in the blues, right? The minor blues scale, or the minor pentatonic and the blues are kind of the same thing. We'll get into all of that. So also, you know, as with all our streams, these are conversations. We want to chat with you, want to meet you. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to just fire away. So I've prepared a couple things here for us today. And let's get stuck into it. So let's just go over what the pentatonic scale is, right? Actually, let me show my keyboard here. So here's the major scale, right? Here's the major scale. I'm just going to use C major. And we're just going to focus on the C major pentatonic for now. The major pentatonic, there's a minor pentatonic, there's a major pentatonic. The major pentatonic uses the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth note of the major scale. So that's the pentatonic scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. All right. Now, the notes that were taken out are the 4th note and the 6th note. Sorry, the 4th note and the 7th note. And as you can tell, those 2 notes actually form a tritone, which is 6 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a very dissonant interval. So by taking those 2 notes out, number one, you're avoiding the possibility of playing a tritone. The other thing is that you're taking out the 2 half steps in the scale. So E to F is a half step, and B to C is a half step. So you're taking those out. Now, before I do anything, let's just listen to what the pentatonic scale sounds like in action. So prepared a little beat here with some chords. That wasn't pentatonic. I was cheating there. Let's do that again. And in fact, let's record a little something. So this is C major pentatonic. And let's just check out the chords. The chords are super simple. Chords are, we've got a C major chord in second inversion. We have, oh, we've got some people in the chat now. Hey Maya, how's it going? Hey Abe, thanks for joining. So we got a that is a C major triad in second inversion. That is a G major, so that's the 5 chord. Here's the 1 chord, the 5 chord, which is G, the 6 chord, which is A minor in second inversion, and then the 4 chord in root position. Those are the chords that I'm working with. And now I'm just going to jam out a little bit and see what I come up with. cool. So let's take a look at the notes here. Here we go. C, D, E, F. Ah, I've got an F in there, that is not one of the pentatonic scale notes. It should be C, D, E, G, A. Let's see what I played. You know what? That was a wrong note anyway, so. Alright, so that's all well and good. Let's get rid of this. Okay. So let's take a look at how we got that scale again. Here is the C major scale. This is C major scale right now. Let's just solo that for a second. All right. Now, there's a number of ways that you can learn scales, right? So you can think of the half step, the intervals from one note to the next. So this would be a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's one way. You could think of key signatures. So if you watch my stream on the Circle of Fifths, you know that C major doesn't have any key signatures, meaning the notes are, none of the notes are sharp or flat, meaning on the piano they would be all white keys. All right. Now for the pentatonic scale, as I said, it's first note, second note, third note. You take out the fourth note, so I'm going to delete that, and then take out the seventh note. And that is my pentatonic scale. Let me just speed that up a little bit. Twice as fast. So there's my pentatonic scale. Now I could just analyze the intervals. I could kind of remember it by saying it's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 of the major scale, or I could think of it in terms of intervals. So a whole step, and then the E to G is a minor third, right? So minor third, whole step, and then another minor third. So there's different ways of kind of remembering how to play this this scale. Why don't you guys type in the chat if you guys use the pentatonic scale, if you do use the pentatonic scale, what do you like about it? Just let me know. So to me, this scale sounds super happy, right? So if I play it again, it sounds super happy and upbeat, kind of. Especially if I play it up here. Just have a little play around on that again. There we go. Let's have another little play. So. Alright, didn't even use the 6th note there. Let me try that again. I've got to use the A. Alright, so there's that time I was using all 5 notes. So that is the C pentatonic scale. And as you can tell, like jamming out on the pentatonic scale, it's so easy to make melodies, or at least it's a lot easier for me to make melodies, because it almost seems like every note sounds great. So that's one big reason to use the pentatonic scale. Let's see who else is in the chat. Hey, Regine, how's it going? Thanks for joining. And Urban Vanilla, thanks for joining. Urban Vanilla has a question or a comment. There's an Andrew Huang video where he shows every weekend song relies on honing in on D supertonic. Okay, and most of these songs are in pentatonic scale. Yeah, a lot of pop songs are in pentatonic. And Abe says that making music the pentatonic scale was the first scale that he learned when he was a child. Temptations, yep, definitely. Maya, great reference. And Abe saying making music of the heart today, inspirational melodies. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what the pentatonic scale is great at. It's just kind of, you know, making super soulful music. To me, it's all about expressing emotions and I don't know, just yeah, just expressing your feelings. All right, cool. Let's keep moving. So that is, let's make a note of that. That's our major pentatonic melody. So major, C major, right? C major melody. I'm going to put that there. And now let's move to minor. So actually, let me go back to this. Let me add some bass here. Check out these chords. Alright, so my chords are A minor in second inversion. Remember guys, second inversion is the fifth of the triad is the lowest note. Okay, first inversion is if the third is the lowest note, and root position is when the root is the lowest note. Then we have E minor in root position. Turn that up a bit. Then we have F major, and that would be second inversion, and E minor in root position. Now notice how the harmonic rhythm is a lot slower here. So harmonic rhythm is how many beats is a chord in your chord progression being played for. Here we have the chords moving at one chord every 2 bars, whereas in the major chord progression, we had it moving at 1 chord per bar. So that's what we call harmonic rhythm, and it's a lot slower here. Now let me play you the A minor scale. So the A minor scale is this scale, right? And let's just hear what that sounds like over this these chords. Cool, so there's my minor scale. Now for the pentatonic, we take out the second note, get rid of that. Oh, not all of them. Get rid of the B and get rid of the 6th note, which is F. And guess what? These are the same notes that I took out from the major scale, and you guys were paying attention to my lesson on the relative minor, you would actually know that C major and A minor share the same notes because they are relatives of each other. So A minor is the same scale as C major, but starting 2 notes below it. So 2 notes below C would be A, or you could say it's starting on the 6th note. So 6th note of C major is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A. If you start on A, you'll have an A minor scale. The reason it sounds minor is because the 1st note of A minor and the 3rd note are a minor third. Show that again. So I'll show it here. See, this is a minor third, so here's A minor. And the 1st and 3rd, that sound gives you that minor sad sound. Whereas if you have a major scale, even if it's the same notes, so C major, the relative major, take the 1st and 3rd note, and that is 4 half steps, which is a major third, and it gives you that uplifting sound. Right, you hear that on the subway? At least in the New York subway you do. You don't hear the subway doing this. Right? Or at the airport they do a major triad. Yeah. Right? When your plane's delayed, they don't go. Well, they should, right? That would make things a lot easier. It's like on time, delayed, but no, it's always this, even when it's delayed. So, or cancelled. But don't get me started on airlines. So, again, minor pentatonic. Take the minor scale, and then don't play the 2nd note and don't play the 6th note, and you have the minor pentatonic. And these are exactly the same notes as that you leave out from the C major scale to get the C major pentatonic, except that they're in a different order, right? So this B, if you put it up here, these you take out from the C major scale to get the C major pentatonic. Or the minor pentatonic. Any questions about that? Drop it in the chat. Let's see what the chat is doing. John Kingston is in the chat. Hey, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. And we have Job2. Hey, Job2. Welcome. And we have Carl Hudson. Hey, Carl. How's it going? Long time no see. Hope you're well. And yeah, I see there's a lot of people that just joined recently, so I didn't want you to, in case you missed it at the beginning, we have a giveaway again. this week. This week's giveaway is going to be a $200 Ableton gift card for anything on the Ableton site. Could be an Ableton license, it could be some sample packs, an Ableton Push, anything like that. We're super thankful to our sponsors that have been kind of supporting us through 343 TV and giving us these cool giveaways. So Ableton, Arturia, Splice, Sound Toys, Sensel, Beatport. They've all been super generous with their support. And if you want to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is drop your name in the link that Thomas just dropped in the chat. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now down below and hit the bell key so that you will be notified when we go live. And we go live every single day, well, Monday through Saturday, and then some Sundays as well. So definitely check out some of the other streams as well. Tomorrow we have Abe Duque doing his music production basics, and Saturday we have John Selway with his Techno Saturdays, and then the first of the month we have feedback sessions, and that's with Metropolis, where you can get your tracks played and get feedback. And on the 25th of October, which is in 10 days, we're gonna have Ariel Barujo, Grammy Award-winning mix engineer, doing a special mix show. So don't miss that. Put that in your calendar, or hit the bell key so that you get notified. Let me see if I have anything else missing. Wanted to mention that we do have. We've been fortunate that we just opened a school a couple months ago in Berlin, and we're holding a lot of in-person events, even though the pandemic has kind of meant that the in-person interaction has been a lot less, but we are kind of able to hold these within the guidelines, the safety guidelines that are obviously very important to us. With the distancing, we're able to still hold classes and also hold some events with limited capacity. So we have a masterclass coming up on the 24th of October with actually myself. And so if you want to check out the school and check out our beautiful event space at Riverside Studios in Berlin, if you're in Berlin, then come by on the 24th. You can find all that information actually on our website, which is right here. That's our US website, 343labs.com. You'll find all our courses here, and we have a bunch of courses coming up. Ableton beginner courses, both online and in NYC. We've got advanced courses coming up, again online in NYC. The dates are just coming up every pretty much every week. There's a class starting. Then if you want to check out our events, they're right here. And our Berlin school is, and this is the October 24th masterclass and open house. So if you're in Berlin, come check that out. Hey Dalton, we got Dalton in the house. His first time. Thanks for joining us. Let's give him a warm welcome. Dalton, are you a producer? Tell us your background. Okay, let's get stuck back in. So we were working on minor. So let's do some minor pentatonics. I'm going to use just this is the major pentatonic. Here's the minor pentatonic. I'm only going to use notes from the A minor pentatonic. All right. And sorry, just before I go on, let's also just analyze the intervals. I'm a big kind of learning the music theory so that we can apply it to any key. Now, the thing is, you could obviously memorize the A minor pentatonic, and then you could not worry about the intervals and the kind of the music theory part about that. But if you analyze the intervals, then you can do it in any key, right? So, for example, A to C, that's 3 half steps. That's a minor third. C to D is 2 half steps, which is a major second or a whole step. D to E is another whole step. E to G is another minor third, and G to A is another whole step. So with that knowledge, I could basically go to any key. I could take these, and as long as I keep the same intervals, I could go to G sharp pentatonic, G pentatonic, F sharp pentatonic, F pentatonic. All right, but I'm gonna stick to A pentatonic. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, let's jam out on A pentatonic. Here we go. Where are my chords? Oh, okay, got it. Sounds a lot sadder, right? Let me record some of this. So this is my melody, kind of long, but it's 8 bars. So we talked a lot about making melodies. When I make melodies, I always try to go for something that's 4 bars or 8 bars, multiples of 4, which is very common in music. That way, I can kind of create phrases that kind of have a good flow. So yeah, let's take a listen to this. Let's put that A. Need to get that A in there. Resolve, right? Cool. So let's check out if I use those notes. So I folded them, showing me just those notes, and I can see that I have 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's my minor pentatonic. Cool. And let's check out what the chat is saying. Oh, TAETRO's in the house. Smooth jams. Yeah, you better watch out, TAETRO. Wait, let me just put this on the main camera. TAETRO's doing Beattober this month, which I guess is a thing now because he has a whole movement of people making beats to the Beattober with the Beattober hashtag. So yeah, check it out on his channel, TAETRO Beattober. TAETRO's doing a beat every day, and it's a challenge, and you can join the movement and just hashtag Beattober. But maybe I'll submit this TAETRO for the Beattober beat. Abe Duque saying sad but hopeful. Thanks, Abe. Yeah, I like that. You still see the hope there, which I do have hope. TWD, we like to compose in Whoa, hexadecimal, that's a big word, dude. Hexadecimal, okay. What does that mean, TWD? Maya's saying, I'm singing along, nice. Oddly similar to my morning tracks, your morning's tracks, nice. Dalton Barry, okay, cool. Dalton has been into Ableton for 2 years on and off, and did the beginning electronic music production course last year, which focused on Ableton Core. I have no music theory though, so trying to learn as I go. Pure hobby at the moment. Yeah, cool. Welcome, Dalton. So this is definitely a good stream to pick up on some music theory stuff, and happy that you're here. TAETRO's saying Claire, aka dolltr, is also, yes, of course. How could I forget? Definitely check out Claire as well, aka dolltr, on her Instagram, dolltr. Super talented, and she does the Monday stream, tips and tricks with dolltr. She is also doing Beattober, and she's been putting out some awesome beats every day. So if I had a few more hours, I guess I don't have an excuse because everyone else is doing it. So here's my Beattober submission. Now let's get back to it. So let's do a variation. Okay, we're going to do a variation of the minor pentatonic. And what we're going to do is we're going to add one note. And there's a scale called the blues scale. By the way, am I fuzzy? Because my screen here looks like my picture's a little out of focus, but let me know if I am fuzzy. If I'm not, that's totally cool. I hope I'm not fuzzy. So I'm going to talk about the minor pentatonic. Okay, my mouse has disappeared. Oh, here it is. The minor the blues scale. Okay, so the blues scale comes right out of the minor pentatonic, and it just adds one more note. And really, it doesn't even add that note. It's just because when people sing the minor pentatonic and bend those notes, like I'll give you an example here. So here's my minor pentatonic, right? Now the blues scale is this. Right, that's the blues, right? So when you're singing, and I'm a terrible singer, so you definitely don't want to hear me sing. But when you are singing, you can bend those notes. So that's where the pentatonic scale comes from. And if you take a look here, you would be adding this note right here, which is actually, it's the tritone, right? That is 6 half steps from the root. And if I add that note, I will get the blues scale. So if we just take a look, go back to our minor scale, and I'm just going to add that, I guess you could call it a sharp 4. I'm going to add that note, and let's see what it sounds like. So here is our minor pentatonic. Nope, it's our melody. Stop that. All right, so that's our minor pentatonic. Sorry, that's our blues scale. And that kind of, you can see that it kind of leads. It leads from the D to the E, just like half stepping between those two. And really, it's just emulated. It's just because the piano, a regular piano doesn't have a pitch wheel on it, so you can't bend the notes. So that extra note is supposed to kind of emulate bending a note, either the D up or the E down. That's where the blues scale comes from. Scott Vincent in the house. What's up? What kind of a stream would we have without Scott Vincent? One of our most loyal viewers here. Hope you're doing well. Maya, Music for Sinners. Yeah, I guess you're referring to the tritone or the blues scale. Abe likes the blues. We're gonna give you some blues in a second. Whoa, okay, TWD is hitting me with some more crazy terms here. The Dewey Decimal. Okay, what is the Dewey Decimal, TW? Oh wait, that's Abe. The Dewey Decimal Scale. That sounds like an interesting scale, Abe. The 09 AF. Okay. I guess there's a lot of side conversations going on here. And TWD is saying hexadecimal counting in 16s. Okay. It's why old tracker programs count from 0 to the letter F. It's based on 16 maths. Okay. Very interesting. I have to look into that. Hexadecimal. Thanks to TWD. Oh, Abe is challenging me. I need to play on my sax someday. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I guess I should. So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a sax player, jazz musician, and yeah, I used to play all the time, and now much less, but I do still play on occasion. So maybe, if you're lucky, I'll play for you guys one of these days. And Immaculate, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Immaculate Music. Hey from Detroit, what's up? Thanks for joining. As we say here, Love 343 TV. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. All right, we will. Let's play some blues for Abe here, and let's try to make it sad but hopeful. So here we go. Gonna try to incorporate that D sharp, right? You've got to do it in a non-cheesy way. That's the thing about the blues. Let's see if I can do it. Alright, here's my melody. Let's see if I got the scale right. The A blues scale. And I played another 8-bar phrase. Cool. There's my blue note. All right, cool. So here's my blue note. That is definitely a wrong note. C sharp should not be in there. So yeah, there's my blues scale, and the B should not be in there. That was a mistake as well. There's my blues scale. Great. Let's see. I'm going to try one more thing, which is using the pitch wheel. I love using the pitch wheel because that way I can kind of make it sound a bit more natural, and I can also get into some of those notes that are like not quite a D sharp, not quite a D or an E. Let's see what I come up with. Well, you know what? Let me show my piano view here. All right, I think that was unfortunately a little excessive on the old pitch wheel, so apologies for that. But you can kind of get the idea, right? All right, just looking at the chat, Carl. Okay, no sax. We're British. Funny. Okay, I think I get the joke. Let's not go into it on this chat. Hey friends, let's give Max some likes. Yes, give me some likes, guys. Give me some likes, some thumbs up, or some thumbs down if you didn't like the melody. And also, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell key. Regine is saying, is there any rule structure to the Beattober, or can you make any beat? I'm not the expert, Regine, on Beattober. TAETRO is, but as far as I know, all you need to do is make any type of beat. So there are no rules. Make a beat and then hashtag it Beattober, either on Instagram. I think it's mainly on Instagram. And then I think TAETRO will be picking a winner or a couple that beats that he really likes, and will showcase them on his platform. But you could find all that information on his Instagram, TAETRO. All right, I got a thumbs up from John. Thank you, John. Very kind of you. So last thing I'm going to do is, one cool thing is, well, I told you guys that the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic use the same notes as each other, right? Just like the C major scale and this A minor scale are the same notes. Well, let's see if that's true. So technically speaking, I should be able to play this major melody that I made for the major scale on the minor pentatonic. Sorry, on the minor chords. Let's see if that's true. Totally works, right? So what we learn from that is that it's all about the context, meaning the chord progression. If the chord progression is major, your melody is going to sound major. If the chord progression is minor, it's going to sound minor. Like that same melody, I'm going to play it over the major chord progression. It's going to sound, well, all my melodies sound hopeful, like Abe likes to say. But it's going to sound uplifting. Check it out. Let's add a bass to that. Let's just take the roots. So. Oh, so that was not the root there. These are the roots. Bring them down 2 octaves. Check it out. All right, now in minor. Now let's try it just for the sake of this argument that major will work on minor, a major melody will work on a minor chord progression if it's the relative, and a minor melody will sound good on a major progression if it's the relative. So let's try doing the minor melody on the major chord progression. There we go. I think that sounds pretty happy, even though that was my minor pentatonic. Let's see if the blues works. Wow, so even the A blues scale worked on the major chord progression. So that just goes to show that you can create all these different colors using different scales. And, you know, I'm a firm believer that knowing music theory will kind of speed up your workflow, get your ideas out quicker. Yeah, we have all these different tools and colors that we can use to shape our music. So I hope that was useful. That's the Pentatonic scale, really simple but powerful scale. I really recommend learning it and using it in your productions, and it'll take you a really long, you'll get a lot of mileage out of it. So that kind of brings us to the end of our stream. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Tomorrow, don't forget to tune in for Ableton at 1 p.m. We go live every day at 1 p.m. Sometimes on a Tuesday, TAETRO we might change the time depending on the special guest that we have on Tuesdays. But tomorrow it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. European time for Ableton. And Saturday it'll be John Selway. And I guess we'll be announcing the winner for the giveaway tomorrow as well. So if you haven't dropped in your name in the chat, the link in the chat, do so now so that you can be considered. Let's see if there is any last comments here in the chat. Maya, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next week.